Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered! Today, for your Patreon cast of the week of August, the 24th or so, it's going to be Flash versus Mini here on Ringing Bloom. Yes, it's been a while since the Flash replay. This is from the year 2021, so just last year. Top right, going to be a blue Terran. It is Flash. And in the top left, it's our dude Mini, who's a red Protoss, and boy does he have his work cut out for him here today. Heroes watching, interesting. Under his Smurf name, Gomsagi, I don't know why he's here, and Juno's watching too. So, should be excellent. Ringing Bloom, weird friggin' map, man. I don't cast a lot of games on this map, because I don't think people like playing on it very much. But like, look at this! You just have random Overmind cocoons inside your own main base. You've got little Zerg eggs that help to wall this off here too. Just absolutely insane. It's just crazy what they use for this map. There's a center you can take that nobody really ever wants to take. Amazing, amazing stuff indeed. You got a safe back base you can take as your second, as your natural. Protoss and Terran both like to do that. Zerg sometimes maybe don't take this in the first one, but I mean, there are other options here, so like, yeah, they do. Everyone takes the very safe one here. So that's Ringing Bloom, man. Weird stuff. This stuff can be killed. It's got hit points and everything. They just have a lot of armor. It's just like, you know, these eggs and whatnot. I don't know. Like, I've never really heard an opinion from anyone that's like, yeah, Ringing Bloom's a great map. Boy, the way it uses the Overlord cocoons really is awesome. Anywho, are we Nexus firsting? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Mini's decided to Nexus first here against Flash. Which, you know, Terran can punish, except when it's here. Is exactly what, yeah, exactly what Flash is doing too. He's going command center first, yo. So that's cool. So this is very macro-oriented, at least for now. I mean, this could turn into something that ends in the first, like, 7 minutes from this point, but be harder to do. But yeah, anywho, thanks to RJB for getting me this replay over Discord. He recommended it directly. Now look, there's two different levels of replays that RJB recommends. One is he has it in part of a replay pack. It's just like a whole bunch of replays, like 20, 30, 40 replays that he really recommends. But then if he sends one to me over Discord, he's like, this is amazing. And then it's great. And it's always good. It's always really good. There was a game from either last week or a month ago, depending on when you're watching this, that was between Hero and Mini. That was just a non-stop 29-minute scrap fest. That was an absolute ton of fun. And I mean, is that what this is going to be, a scrap fest? Maybe. PvT is not often scrap fest, is how I would describe it, right? Tanks are ponderous. They take a while to build. Terran's usually a little bit slower, especially in this matchup, where they're just going to go mech no matter what. Bum, bum, bum. Cybercore on the way. And the factory coming in. I mean, nothing crazy here. So as I mentioned previously, this is a Patreon cast for those of you who support me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Release $1 a month. That's all it takes. $1 a month. And you can get access to this thing a whole month before anybody else sees it. So if you've been jonesing for a Flash replay and you're seeing this in like September, then, that's not a wall. Well, that is. This poor zealot's outside the wall, though. Cancel. Well, not cancel. Pause construction. Get out of there. Yeah, just Patreon. Also, if you want to support me directly just by clicking the join button down below, that's a way to do it. That can just, for as little as, you know, $1.99 a month, that'll do. And then also just for one-time donations, there should be a thanks button down below too. I think YouTube enabled that for my channel fairly recently. So that's just one-time donation, maybe a couple bucks too if you want to help out. And if not, it's cool. I won't be mad at you. Just there's options, people. It's options. Robotics facility coming in from Mini. Ugh, really feels like Reavery drops, doesn't it? You know, as a Protoss, one of your favorite tools is Reavery drops against Terran. It's pretty good against Zerg too, sort of map dependent. That's all it is, a bit of a map dependent play. Armory coming in. This is nothing surprising, right? Flash is going to be very, Very good at TVP. Like, insanely good. Is he going to scout this? Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? He was so close. He was so close to scouting that, and he totally didn't. Oh, that's brutal for Flash. That's insane for Flash. The repair is not enough to overcome the attacks coming in, and he's busted through. All right, that tank's in a lot of trouble. Zealot, okay, let's go for the low-hanging fruit here. But, oh my gosh, Mini's already in? Okay, that tank is dead, and now the Goliaths have to fight, which they don't necessarily like to do. Look at this Zealot just tanking damage. So much damage. Flash is splitting. Goliaths here, they both die at the same time. Mini's kind of picking Flash apart right here, you guys. Look how good this is nuts. Another SCV dies. Look at all this lost mining time for Flash, too. He has to group up his SCVs and come fight, because that's all he has right now. Dude, this Zealot Dragoon pressure from Mini is absolutely insane. It's setting up for some Reaver shenanigans on the follow-up, and if there's nothing to deal with a shuttle here, then Flash is just dead. He's getting Charon boosters for the Goliaths that don't exist right now. There is one in production right now. But look at this lost mining time. This 2-base constant pressure is insanely good. And it puts all of Flash's attention on the front door, which is not to say he is not prepared for a drop. He knows. He's like, look, Mini's got me on the ropes here. A drop would really hurt me if I don't deal with it well. So let's get an engineering bay, right? Engineering bay coming in. Turrets are going to help with this immensely. And then here we go. It's time to drop this Reaver in and sneak a shot through this little gap. And chasing the Goliath. I would have finished off that tank. It actually didn't take a hit. It didn't take a hit. Amazing. Okay, a supply depot goes down. Look, 2-base to 2-base, the Terran still has an advantage. Protoss really would like to have a 3rd base here when fighting against a 2-basing Terran, especially if it's Flash. This attack didn't really do all as much as he wanted it to, but he's got 2 Reavers now, and 2 Reavers for the price of 1, baby. Actually, it's for the price of 2, but you know how this works. So repairing Goliath inside the natural base. Charon boosters is done. Missile turrets coming up. Ready for drops into the natural pretty much entirely. Although the Goliaths are leaving, so that doesn't help as much if that is happening. But the positioning here of the missile turrets, like, make note of this. If Flash is putting his missile turrets up in this position, dealing with the threat of Reaver drops, you should do this too, Terran players. Just like mental note, snapshot this. Be like, okay, so it's not 2 turrets here, and it's not 1 here and 1 here and here. It's just 2. It's here and it's here. And that should be enough. What is it? 98 to 67 supply. Dude, Mini, are you kidding me right now? Okay, he just drops right on in. Zealot bombs a little bit. Gets some Reaver shots off. Oh, picks up. Ugh. The Goliaths deal with the incoming shuttles very, very well. This one manages to make it out. Tanks are going down, and I haven't said this today, but sacrificing Dragoons to take down tanks is awesome in PvT. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, 3rd base getting taken down in the bottom left for a Mini. It's a little bit of a scary position for it, but I mean, we're not making vultures, right? Vultures aren't going to be very good against this consistent Reaver Dragoon stuff that Flash is seeing. So no Reavers can pop out here, sneak out, and go attack this base. No, it's not an option. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. Look at how it rebuffed that shuttle so well. Ugh. Just little tiny things, guys. Little tiny things in StarCraft to make all the difference. Look who's getting air weapons and a Stargate all of a sudden. Is this a carrier transition? Well, scans reveal to Flash that... Well, he sees this coming in. So he sees a Stargate. I don't know if he saw that second one, though. The second one's a bit of a tell. Where's the fleet beacon? He's like, well, I just got scanned. Might as well toss on a fleet beacon now. But he doesn't. But it's 3 Stargates. So there's got to be a fleet beacon in process somewhere here. Soon? I mean... This is awesome. Mini is putting so much pressure on Flash right now. It's kind of fantastic. Observer does manage to sneak in between missile turret sections. and hide out for a minute. And Flash knows that it's there, but he's like, I don't have enough energy for scans. I just used them. Yeah, no energy, no energy. Close. 40, but not 50. So defending the third base is really important right now. Big old probe transfer. Man, if that got caught up by some vultures sneaking around, vultures have speed. And by that, I mean the vultures that don't exist totally have speed. No, they do exist. They're dropping inside the natural base of Mini. And doing all right, I guess. I mean, this is a way to get back in the game. Like I said, vultures, a way to get back in the game. Very fast, very sneaky, very good at taking down probes, especially not bad against fighting against buildings. And this is why there are Dragoons at the front door of this third base, too, because of the threat. And it's a carrier. All right, where'd that fleet beacon get built? Oh, right up there. Okay. Interesting place for it. Fair enough. So vultures do scout the presence of a third base. Flash says, crap. Well, let's get my own third base. And it's carriers, man. Does he know? He's making vultures right now. You don't have to drop everything instantly as soon as your enemy starts making carriers, because hybrid carrier gateway unit compositions are fairly common these days. It's like if you just make Goliaths, then your enemy has like 37 zealots and like 4 carriers, and you're like, oh, that didn't work out. So you got to balance it. You got to balance it in response to what the carriers are doing. That's another scan. And another scan. He doesn't really see much. This doesn't help Flash at all. Did he just snipe off? Did he just snipe down? Maybe he did. Maybe there was a dropship up here that he just killed. It sounded like it. I didn't see it, though. Anyway, third base for Flash is good. He's at 55 workers to 57 for the Protoss player. Hit that like button if you're joining the cast. It's been a pretty good one so far, I gotta say. I think Mini's got Flash on the ropes, but it's Flash. Flash 100-yard dash here. +2/+1 attack for the mech. The gateway units are sitting at a 0/0 upgrades at the moment. They're working on, well, obviously carrier upgrades, because that's what we're working on right now. So carriers moving. No more scans. Scans here. And he's like, Dragoons. Oh, another scan, and he sees a carrier. Okay, he sees the fleet beacon now. And he sees the carrier. He probably sniffed this out a long time ago anyway, because he's Flash. He probably scanned it and saw what he needed to see 3 minutes ago rather than right now. So, carriers, 5 Goliaths at a time in production, continuing to get those mech upgrades. So we always say, okay, a 3-basing Terran is awesome. There you go. 3 gas. There is a 3rd gas here. Unlike some bases where this would be a minerals-only base, because it's so close. Yeah, I mean, Ringing Bloom basically encourages Terran players and everyone to get 3 bases pretty easily. So this is where a 4th base is warping in now for Mini, which he definitely needs if he's going to deal with this. But it is carriers in production. Oh, and taking another Nexus left side too. So, if Mini can survive here for the next, I don't know, 4 to 5 minutes, I think he's going to be okay. I think he has a really, really good chance at winning this game. But if Flash starts taking down bases and easily sniping down carriers, which is kind of what's happening there, isn't it? A little bit, yeah. A little bit is. EMP Shockwave getting researched. Nice. Zealot Legs coming in. Additional carriers in production. Not really producing any more gateway units. So it looks like he's going for all of the carriers known to Protoss kind right now. It's more scans. He sees this base hasn't been taken. He scans here just to make sure, I guess, this base hasn't been taken. And he sends a vulture down to kill that thing. I forgot. I did promise that I would cast a couple games, maybe just one game, from the perspective of one player, and I haven't done that yet. So I apologize if you're the one I promised and I completely forgot. I've got 3 kids. They started school this last week, and it's just been a little bit crazier than usual. We got used to the kind of a lazy summer schedule. We didn't have to wake up at 6 a.m. every day and take the kids to school. So we're back on that. This makes it a little bit harder on the brain cells. So, kind of pushing out is Flash. Is this game-winning number of tanks? No. Especially because, you know, the carrier count's real big. But also this Goliath count down here is nice, too. So look. Flash has a bunch of Goliaths with his tanks, which means the carriers can't just wander in here and wipe this army out. And Obs gets killed. It's 193 to 176 supply in favor of Mini. Man, if these tanks just wander in and set up... this is going to be tough. Like, what do we always say? Terran shows up inside your base with 20 siege tanks and sieges them. You're just dead. I don't know, Mini. Well, Mini says, I'll kill your third base. You don't want your third base to die, do you? Reaver shots connecting, forcing Flash away at least. Zoning him out. Oh, taking down a tank there, at least one. While the carriers on the other side are just trying to hold this off as well as they can. I don't think it's working for them as well as they'd like it to, but the third base of Flash can't die, which is why he's really fighting hard to defend it at the moment. Of course, remember what we mentioned about the no upgrades. It's +1 attack upgrades for the Dragoons, but no armor, no nothing other than that. Reaver gets a hit off. Reaver gets another big hit off. Okay, that's massive, but also the carriers, are they doing enough to hold? Are they doing enough to hold it here? Ay, caramba. Carrier down. Okay, I think that's the first carrier killed today. These Goliaths might have overstepped a little bit, as they are kind of getting cleaned out. Zealots popping out of these gateways. Remember what I said about Zealots versus these Goliaths? It's fantastic. Dude, okay, so the third base doesn't die, though it's on fire. 62 to 54 workers. Remember what I said about these bases being alive for Mini? And they are. Why are all of these probes not mining? What is happening? No, Mini! I think he intended to put them to work. And then they didn't, and he's like, we got it. We got it. Okay, 2 tanks wandering down to wipe out this bottom right base for Mini. Is he gonna get it? Is it gonna be enough? This is nuts right now. Yeah, these probes have to retreat. They've got to hide. That Nexus is probably just dead anyway. More carrier attack upgrades are coming in for the carrier fleet, which is down here for some reason. They got +2 attack, working on +3, which is nice. +1 shields, +1 armor. $177 to $163 supply. I mean, he does not have as much of a lead as he did a minute ago. Just kind of dancing. Carrier group is big. Okay, so bottom right base dies, yes, but these 2 bottom left bases. And another base coming up left side here, too, from Mini. Okay, that's good stuff. These vultures run into a meat grinder. Not where they want to be at all, actually. And once you hear the sieging sound, you gotta back off. I don't know, man. Flash is looking extremely scary right now. +3, +2. Sniping down High Templar. Those are not cheap. Those are 150 gas each. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so High Templar having a rough go of it there. Vulture sniping him down very nicely. Carrier's going on the rampage, and he scans them and sees them coming in. Yep. So he evacuates his own 4th base, and then decides to pull back. He decides not to go for the main base of Mini, but instead maybe heading down south to maybe try to wipe out this 3rd base of Mini. Dude, the natural base of Flash is in trouble, but there's no minerals here. So it's not as big of a deal, you know? All right, so Flash has decided, yes, I'm going to go for this bottom left 3rd base of the Protoss. There's literally nothing defending it right now. There's no recalls available because there's no arbiters out either. I don't know how I feel about this, but man, Flash using Goliaths, it's just good. We've seen carriers defeat Flash before. And the fact that he's been able to keep these tanks alive with this many carriers out on the field is another testament to how insanely good he is. A lot of the times, Terran players, once the carriers come out, they just lose all their tanks, and they can't do anything about it. But that said, the tanks aren't here defending this 3rd, and again, if Flash gets starved out and loses this base, I'm not sure he can hold on. The Goliaths are fighting, and the carriers need to help with these Goliaths, because yes, the Dragoons are good against them, but the upgrades are definitely favoring the Goliaths right now. Yeah, 3rd base down. Flash's income is toast. It's done. 134 supply to 106. I think that's it. I think Mini has pulled this off. What an incredibly good display of PvT from him. Oh, yeah. Look, these Archons coming in to help would be awesome. but they're not. So, okay, I guess. Great carrier control. There's a DT in here killing SCVs. Is there a scan? I don't... Nope, you can't see that DT. Oh, just swiping away. If these Archons helped, I feel like that'd be nice. Mini, your buddy. Okay, well, they got dragged into the conflict and distracted some stuff anyway, which is nice. But yeah, the real problem here is that Flash is not... I don't know. He's just down 129 to 78. DT, this guy having a field day. GG! Flash taps out, and Mini is your winner. What an incredible PVT. Oh, that was such a fantastic PVT. Mini, the early stuff was great. He busts the front door down, kills a bunch of tanks early, which I always say is so important. Mini's like, I know, let's do it. Everything's important. Tanks die, Dragoons die, doesn't matter. Tanks die. Third base lives a good, long, healthy life. I mean, this base in the bottom right died, but look at this one being happy, and this one being happy. And Flash's third base couldn't hold, and he defended against the carriers pretty well, but the control from Mini was so good. These carriers getting some serious work done. I don't know how many of them actually died. There's a good group of them here. At least 2 or 3 probably died. God, which is overall. Mini, so good. This is how you play PvT. How many times have we seen a Protoss take down Flash before? I don't feel like it's very many times. So this guy is our guy. Mini. Woo, 151,000 points there for Mini, 135,000 from Flash. Flash 100-yard dash. Got outproduced by the Protoss. Outkilled the Protoss. But to get outproduced by about 80, 90 units, not very good. Buildings raised pretty even, honestly, which is an interesting thing to see in a PvT. And then outspending the Terran by about 6,000 in 20 minutes. That'll do. That'll do. That'll do. All right. Good. Great stuff. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.